Wherever you are, come in, please, with your walkie-talkie, your Roger Skibbinus equipment. Wally Ballou.
Wally Ballou here in front of WOR on Broadway with my Roger Skibbinus broadcasting equipment, broadcasting live and talking to some of the passers-by here. How about this gentleman?
I'd be glad to talk to you. Do you use those nickel-cadmium batteries and those things?
I don't really know what they do power this thing with, but it does create pretty good...
Once in a while, those run down on you, and then when you play them back during a news program, the fellow starts to talk like this.
I know.
So you better check on those.
You can be sure that this will be going over very well because it's live.
You have a battery charger at home?
Yeah, well, Roger charges it for me.
Well, they're good to have. It's always wise when you go out on a job to be sure your batteries are at peak efficiency.
Oh, yeah, because
peak strength.
You don't want to start so it's slow.
I know, I was just saying. You do many news broadcasts, sir?
Not as many as I used to. Now it's more or less just public interest and informational type things. Public education.
Cover news events on the scene, reporting?
Occasionally I do, yes. If something happens, of course, I'm ready at the moment's notice to cover it.
I remember about a year ago this time, I used to listen to you on the radio there at WOR, and you were running for mayor. What was your idea? Was that kind of a crazy thing you were doing? Or?
No, at the time it seemed like a very worthwhile thing I was doing, and I had quite a bit of backing, but not quite enough signatures to make the ballot.
I see. Well, that's very interesting. Well, Mr. Ballou, when did you first start in this business?
I started in about 25 years ago as a young broadcaster in Boston.
That's all.
And then I moved here to Big Town a little bit later and have been covering some of the biggest stories, of course, that have taken place. Floods, fires, bank robberies. I've been lucky in that respect. As a radio reporter, I've been there so many times just as a case of serendipity, being in the right place at the right time.
Are you from the Midwest originally, Mr. Ballou?
No, I was born in Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Really? You don't sound
Barnstable.
it. You sound like you come from out around Missouri somewhere. I don't know why I would think that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's
because... Did you have any kind of an education at all?
Oh, yes. I had the elementary school, the high school.
Well, it's...
And then, of course, a couple of years of broadcasting school.
Move right along the building line.
And then,
better move along.
Yeah.
Fellow wants to move along.
Thank you.
Well, I've seen my engineers giving me a signal anyway.
Mr. Ballou. It's
You're
been
welcome.
Enjoy talking to you.
Right.
It's been a real pleasure for me.
It's time for me to send it back upstairs. And if something breaks, I'll call up and broadcast from this point again. Back to you, Bob and Ray.